So many people judge strictly off of looks instead of the content of a person's character. Like, say for instance, if you saw me out in public with a girl like this, you might say I have standards. But the thing that you don't know is, I gotta wake up to this, nigga, god damn. But look, see, does that make my standards any lower? Now that what if I find this more attractive? What if this girl had the absolute best personality I've ever encountered in my life? Who are you to say that I have low standards just because of how she looks? Nigga, I know my girl be going through it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm ugly as shit, nigga. I ain't going front. I know she lowered her standards just to be with me. Because, nigga, like, before she got with me, the niggas that she posted as her man crush Mondays were Usher and Trey Songz. And then she settled for this. Nigga, you know damn well she lowered her standards for me. Nigga, I'm ugly as a motherfucker. Nah, but in all seriousness though, this is the reason why a lot of content creators don't post their significant others, because they're going to be judged just like I'm Dante and his wife. We're not going to find the same things attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance with me, I'm attracted to an ass like this. And I'm no less attracted to it knowing that this is a stomach. If anything, it makes me more attracted to it. You know why? Because I like big women. Who are you to tell me that I have low standards because I like fat bitches? That's why there's so many closet BBW lovers, just because niggas are scared to be judged by society for their love for big women. Look, what I want y'all to take from this video is to embrace your own standards. Don't let anyone else's opinion alter your personal standards.
So, about what had happened was, fuck no, it's Sunday, guys. I'm chilling. Ain't got shit to really do. Ain't got shit to really do that's productive ish. I don't know. Now I know right now. Today is February 14th, 2021. Fuck, I hate. And I know that some of you guys are actually spending Valentine's Day with people that you ostensibly kind of like to be around and hopefully maybe smashing body parts together. But today I am fucking here, and well, hopefully my smashing the naughty parts doesn't happen until yeah, Tuesday. As you guys know, as I put out there a little bit earlier this week, I will be doing a lot of streaming. And well, quite frankly, I am doing a lot of streaming this month this weekend because this is my birthday weekend. Um thank you, thank you. The person that did it was like fucking awesome. Like, and I'm glad she did a great job. Um the this is my birthday weekend. So if you want to actually help out somebody that is perpetually struggling with fucking bills, you can actually put the Streamlabs link that is at the top of the motherfucking page or in the description. Actually help somebody out. That somebody is me. I am somebody. That came off different. If you actually look at it, I did a little bit of a different layout with the stream. So, yeah, just doing a little bit of a different layout. Anyway, so God damn it, I tried it. I was actually supposed to start streaming about an hour ago, but I was trying to get I was trying to get the fucking look down right. So, yay, this is what we have today. So, yeah, February squad, EHM, and yeah, I'm actually doing a little bit more professional. I've been a little bit more professional this weekend. Instead of sitting back in a fucking lazy boy, I've actually gotten my gamer's chair. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, this is just a chill. Anyway, I want to sit back and talk with you guys. It, oh god, oh god, wow, shit. Um, wow. Hey, fuck. I just don't know how to deal with that one right now. I didn't have anything special in mind. I did want to actually take some time and go over some not my usual response style of videos, but just some videos that I wanted to actually take the time to break down. Um, I don't really have a favorite West Coast hip hop artist. Um, I just like what I like. Oh shit, Vegeta, you ordered those computer parts? You gonna build your own rig? Like us motherfucking console peasants are gonna be we're gonna be left in the dust by the PC master race, huh? The only true master race, right? Oh shit, I am such a motherfucking. I have too many fucking crazy ass jokes. Oh shit. I know personally, I do want to get a new. Um, I want to get a new. God damn it, what is it called? A new CPU. Do we have two motherfuckers in the chat? One is censored MGTOW. The other one is. Oh God! Wow. Okay. So that is a thing. Yeah, I know. I know. I know that's what you wanted to actually built it for. Um, personally, I I don't know what exactly. Hold on, guys. Shit. I think it will actually be good for gaming, especially if you're running the programs that you're trying to do. So yeah, no, it looks like I can't run that. Huh. I was actually trying to run Discord, but it looks like Discord is causing too much of it. Do I still have Zoom open? God damn, that should actually help out a lot of shit. I don't know, my frame rate just like tanked down into the fucking. Um, I know I got a couple different programs running, so I know that's caused a fucking tank, a fucking tank. But, but, um, shit. Um, and the part about it, I actually have bits to spare. I probably need to just upgrade my CPU, like I was saying before. Um, I. God, this fucking light is good. This is the duality of God. Okay, so what is everybody up to today? I know I didn't mention it last stream because I was trying to go over the shit with Dave, but yeah, the fucking loser got acquitted from impeachment because he has a lot of motherfucking uh, bootlickers. That was interesting, and we still haven't gotten our $2,000 checks. Joe Biden and quite frankly, yeah, yeah, politics are a fucking cesspit. I don't know what else to say. Politics are becoming a fucking cesspit, and yeah, yeah, this is this is becoming too fucking interesting for me. By the way, if you haven't gone back and watched that video that I released yesterday, it was fucking awesome. A fucking awesome video. And by the way, I did watch yesterday. I watched yesterday a video of somebody was actually made a takedown video of Grand Ultimate Villain. That shit was hilarious because the motherfucker just did not understand shit, and Grand Ultimate had to tell him like, dude, I'm talking from my point of view, and like, yeah, yeah, it was fucking awesome. And I think Grand Ultimate probably understands how about he made some comments about how it is to respond to people's videos. Like, yeah, that shit is you think you can just get on camera and just respond to shit, but like some things you have to learn once you actually do it. And I don't know. Like I really, really I respect people that actually do it. Um I've tried like with YouTube to do like long form videos and scripted or at least outline points, but that was never for me. I work in a call center, so me working in a call center, I've had to actually have a basic understanding of what I'm talking about, but I've also had to, basically I can't work off a script. That's just not my strength. My strength is actually picking up on the fly. It's fucking awesome. I have to say it's fucking awesome. Shit. So yeah, yeah. We it's a couple things that I want to actually accomplish on the stream. Um, one of which is I actually want to do some artwork so you guys can actually see some of the artwork that I've been working on. I know I won't be able to finish it because I'm kind of a fucking I like to actually go in, and right now I'm on a rough draft. Also, like I said, I want to actually review another video. Um, I want to actually like I'm gonna try to do these Sunday streams when I'm not busy, where I just go over shit, not my normal response things, but it's just when I go over shit and just like tell you my thoughts about it without having to set up in the normal video format. Now, if you haven't noticed about my video formats, what I try to do for my release video contents, even though it's already streamed, one of the changes that I made to the channel, and I guess this can be part of my 500 subscriber video. I don't know. By the way, if you haven't already and you're watching, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, share the videos you like the shit. But what I've tried to do within the last 3 months, I want to say, is actually condense down videos. Now I can come on stream every day and do a 2 hour stream, a 3 hour stream, whatever. But I find that I don't like sitting and watching 3 hour streams. The most that I can actually push it to is an hour for me, and without me in like one sitting. So I'd have to always come back. And of course, I do it while I'm playing video games or working on other shit, doing editing on my own. So what I've tried to do is convince my videos to 30-minute segments, 20-minute segments. And it works out. And I've saw it's a format that's worked out for a lot of people. This is a little bit behind the scenes for the channel. Um, the what I've also tried to do is incorporate the a lot of people don't know it, but Sony actually has some basic but effective tools in their editing software. It's one of those things where it's just like it's I know like it takes a little bit extra step, but like I find the tools that I'm able to like put and piece together, like the opening. The opening is a 1 minute thing that I put using Sony's like Share Factory, but it's actually it's something I can store and use later. And I'm fucking talking about my production process. Either way it goes, it's something I can store and use later. I have music that I have set up that I rotate. If you actually looked at just breaking down some of the shit that I've been doing recently, the thumbnails that I've actually been doing. If you notice with my thumbnails, it's been a little bit uniform, especially out of the last couple of weeks, where I have a picture of my avatar on the left hand side or the right side of the screen, and then I have who I'm talking about on the other side, the opposite side. And instead of me coming up with funny witticisms, because basically I'm too motherfucking lazy to do it continuously like I have been doing, but I've kind of standardized to either making fun of some of the shit that they say, a joke that I've actually made in the video, or just flat out just saying something that they actually said. And I don't know if anybody's actually noticed, but my avatar is always bigger. It's always bigger, and the eye line is always higher than the people that I'm talking about because I'm looking down on them, metaphorically speaking. It's the one exception recently is the one that I just released with Grand Ultimate, because we were on equal footing talking about the loser that we were talking about. Again, we were higher up, and that loser was lower down. So that's just some of the things and some of the ideas that you may not have caught. What's up, Grand Ultimate? I was just talking about you. But that's some of the things that people may have not have caught with my latest videos. Also, if you follow me on PlayStation Network, you actually are able to see. Like, I will admit, like, it's another avenue because PlayStation Network has now live on PlayStation, and I do shit like that. When I originally started the channel, I used to stream primarily through the PlayStation streaming app, but since I found out about Restream, and because I didn't want to go back after I've downloaded the Twitch and then put it back on YouTube, yeah, it's just one of those things with me. Um, yeah. What else? What else? The music that I use. The music that I use a lot is music from YouTube, like the free YouTube music. Now, sometimes you may actually get it where people try to claim a copyright on it, but all you have to do is actually report that channel because this is actually YouTube put out. And if you actually go to the music library, they actually have a channel. These are just like things that I found out while working with YouTube. Um, shit. Facebook also has its creator tools where you can have music. Twitch does too, but Twitch is a little fucking weird. So I don't really use Twitch's music. Um, I have a couple of different setups. Like the camera that I'm using is my most recent purchase webcam. It's 720. Most of the cameras that I have are 720. I actually have another one that it's just like a really poor camera, but it's $10. But I mostly use webcams. Um, I use mics from FinFine. If you actually go back on some of my older videos in the review section, I have the FinFine videos, and it's talking about the different mics from this one right here, which is actually pretty good in my opinion. I don't have sound sound paneling in the wall, but I want to actually do that with certain things. Like I have different props that I like. For those of you guys who don't know, this is a prop. It's not meant to be real or threatening. I am the weapon, not this. Shit. Um, I a couple other things that I'd actually do. I use a actual boom mic stand. This is a boom mic stand right here. This is which you will find in Vegeta will actually know. So it's a boom mic stand, which you would actually do in a lot of musical numbers where the mic is, you can move it not only vertically but also the boom mic horizontal. This is just me giving like some tips of like how I'm doing my videos now and what I've actually evolved and learned. You can go back. I recently was going back on my other videos. I used to have wall dividers to actually trying to keep out of sound of my old place, but yeah, that shit didn't last long. What else? I actually use studio lights. Originally, I originally bought them because I was doing an art show, and I just kept them around because my last place, it didn't have a overhead ceiling lights, so it had lamps. So I just started using those for lamps. What's another one? Shit, I can go over this. Like, it doesn't take much to do a YouTube video, or at least a setup where I have it where you're talking in front of somebody. I may need to get a more powerful computer. I have a mid-tier graphics card, low to mid-tier graphics card that I'm using. It actually helps out. I have fucking Comcast internet. So yeah, I hope to actually grow my channel. One of my long-term goals is to actually be reliant on my YouTube and art, so I can leave the bullshit that is my job, and also build a space. Yeah, I get that, and dude, like, if you haven't, God, fuck. If you haven't, like, I actually have music that was made by Grand Ultimate Villain. It's actually a nice little it's a nice little drone where it was just like it's I want to actually use it for more things. Um I've used it on a few of my videos. Especially I think I've used it on like some openings to my videos, but he actually makes, and check out his channel, Grand Ultimate. Put your channel link in the description. You have mod control, I believe, so you should be able to put your channel link in the description for your because man, I'm amazed at like the art that he creates with his music, with his synthesis. So yeah, if you can actually do that, that's another long term goal for me. Mutual aid. I want to be able to signal boost people's channels that I like, not just people that's established, but like signal boost and help out other channels, because I wouldn't have been able to get to this amount of subscribers, because let's face it, YouTube is a numbers game. Um, it is something that, yes, people get lucky and they actually are able to, branch out from being lucky. But most of the time, most people don't make 1,000 subscribers. Most of the time, they are, stuck with like, you know, maybe like 5 subscribers or 21 subscribers, where they make only stupid ass fucking videos holding up a goddamn blunt sword. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna stop picking on. I'm gonna stop picking on the mentally deficient. I feel like I'm being ableist. Um, you know, damn. I know this is a motherfucking dagger, and I know it's basically a motherfucking big ass letter opener. But I know some people actually feel that they are they're the master race and not in the PC version. Oh shit. Uh, but yeah, a lot of different shit that uh, I've noticed with my channel. Yeah, dude, like I said, Grand Ultimate, like it's actually really motherfucking it's actually really like the most recent one that you made. Shit, man, like yeah, that was fucking great. So um oh shit, oh shit. So you guys want to actually see some art? Like, I don't want to bore you guys with working on this art, but actually want this. Like, this is the art that I'm working on. Let me go to it. Bam. So I saw this model off of like not a model, but I saw somebody I know actually shared a picture, and I use the character model to actually model the character. And this is after probably like 2 hours worth of work already. And I'm just actually trying to come up with just a look where it's just like, not that it's not safe for work, but just where it's tantalizing. And I think I'm doing a good job with it. Bring this in a little bit. One of my things that I always do is I would say this is the second draft of it. Um, what I want to actually do is uh, I'm usually somebody that works with a lot of different shapes, and basically I do my rough draft in fucking black and white. Then I move to actually redoing it, putting that lines up, and actually working on the different colors and schemes and shit like that. What I want to actually do is, originally it was a nondescript background with this, but I want to actually have it where we get it where it's, I don't know, it's one of those things that you know it when you see it. It's one of those things where when you look at art and you're creating it, it's, I mean, like musicians can actually say it. You have a basic idea, but it's, you only know it when you actually see it, when you actually feel it. And that's where I'm at with this. Like, I want to make it too realistic because it's never supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be kind of stylized, and I guess that's where I'm at with it because it is supposed to be so stylized. By the way, I'm actually cooking my fucking beans today. So one of my things that I've actually found out that I really enjoy cooking is motherfucking beans. Usually cook like red beans, right? So, all right. So when I was growing up, my father did was born in Chicago, but he was the first generation Chicagoan. Like his parents and his grandmother actually lived in the South. So a lot of shit. Personally, um, I learned from how they used to cook the shit in the South, right? So I've actually, like, he had foods and shit that like I didn't think that I would like as a kid that I ended up liking as an adult. One thing that I've always liked that he cooked was fucking ribs. Like I fucking love barbecue ribs. And he would actually he actually created multiple steel barrel drums for grills. And yeah, that man, talk about like somebody who could fucking barbecue. But yes, like just like a lot of different shit. Um, by the way, they're red beans. I'm actually cooking red beans. So it's a lot of shit that like one time I fucking ate squirrel. I literally ate squirrel without fucking knowing. So there's the thing where my father would, cook motherfucking chicken and simmer the shit. in gravy. Like, yeah, fuck, like simmer the shit in gravy, of course. So one time I was like, okay, shit. I had to be like 14, 15. Um, and I saw some shit in the pot. It was like a cast iron pot, one of the deep ones that was simmering. I was like, oh shit, let me take a little piece. And I let them know. I let them know after I get the piece. Like, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, right? And let me move up. Let me move my table up. And I was like, okay. I let him know I got a piece. He was like, how does it taste? I was like, it was a little bit tough. He's like, yeah, it's squirrel. Now, mind you, I wasn't disgusted because in Chicago there was a place that actually sold um wild game meat. Like, this is a man that used to throw Super Bowl parties and actually have, you know, roasted coon. And I don't mean it in a derogatory sense, but literally roasted coon. Imagine going into a motherfucking freezer and seeing a fucking raccoon, frozen ass raccoon, staring at your ass. Yeah, that shit wasn't fucking cool. I'm still trying to figure out the background for this. Like, I don't know. Mm. But yeah, um, my father, like, he was an asshole. Like, he was the consummate asshole. And like sometimes my mother compares me to him as far as how much of a, she wouldn't say asshole because like she's a Christian and she doesn't use that language. But she will say that I'm being obstinate or a jerk, which I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, of course, sometimes I am. Especially to my mother, who just like, at some point when you ask somebody to do something for you, you have to say, okay, I asked them, let them do it. And I mean, like, my mother comes from a generation where men did a lot of shit and they didn't have to do a lot of shit. And so, not that she's helpless. She's not. She's a fucking RN, LPN. But it was certain shit that it was not their place to learn. Place to learn. But I have a little bit of knowledge. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that I'm a journeyman or a handyman. Like, no, I have a little bit of knowledge of doing shit. Like, shit like this. Like, if you actually look in the background where you can actually see my pictures hanging up, the actual construction grid that I have, that's actually, me knowing a little bit about handy shit. So yeah, fuck. So I find myself, and this is the fun thing, I find myself having to do a lot of around the housework for my mother that doesn't take like a contractor. Like, no, I would not say I'm a carpenter in any means whatsoever, but I actually do that. So, and I'm fucking rambling. I forgot the whole point of the story. Point enough is that I'm cooking me some motherfucking beans, and it's gotten so bad or so great that um my neighbor, who is somebody who actually does uh I saw that in the chat. It caused me to pause. But my neighbor is somebody who I introduced to the fact that I cook the way that I do. He's like, man, like, motherfuckers like my cooking when I really like put effort to cooking shit. Um, fuck. What else? Let's see. How does that work? That won't work well. I'll do it a little bit later. So, yeah. What do I want the background to be? Shit. Um, I actually cook my beans. Grand Ultimate. I put my beans in the slow cooker. So I got this recipe from a guy at work. I use garlic powder. Fuck, I use not garlic powder. I'm sorry. I use onion soup mix for pretty much everything because it's fucking salty and savory as shit. I use onion soup mix. I use garlic cloves, which I'm incorporating a lot into my food now, and I use fuck um smoked turkey tails. I use a lot. I use smoked turkey tails, and that shit it actually works. It fucking gives it a flavor. It gives it a savory taste and shit. But that's just me. I'm trying to think of a background. Like, hmm. But yeah, actually, shit. Where's that? Okay. But yeah. And I slow cook my beans for about I want to say a good. I slow cook my beans for a good fucking at least 5 hours. At least a good 5 hours. Yeah, that should actually work. I know what my background is actually gonna be. Shit. Yes. Go, man, dude. Like, man, dude. Go do your date. I'm rarely somebody that goes out on Valentine's Day. Even when I was with my former spouse, I rarely went out on Valentine's Day. Um, Not in the sense that we didn't do shit, but it was like my birthday weekend. I fucking celebrated my birthday like for 2 years in a row, 2 motherfucking years in a row, when the economy was a lot fucking better than what it is now. Um, I went to Vegas for my birthday, and I know I don't have it up, and I'm probably gonna actually bring it back, but I'm going to. I went to a few different shows out there, and fucking Vegas is fun. And even though I'm not a gambler, I love Vegas. I love Vegas. I love Vegas. I love Vegas. Um, so garlic, onions, peppers, and then pop some paprika, garlic powder. Adobo, I haven't heard of that before. But um, shit. Oh man, this brings up something. Of course, it's relevant because I'm fucking hyping it up. You guys know I have a debate with Dave or Lord of Patriarchy. Um, he has several different cooking videos, which I would actually encourage you guys if you're budding chefs to go ahead and watch. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, I'm being an asshole. I'm being an asshole. Oh shit. I think I'm gonna do like basically Lily shit. Like that's what I want to actually do with the background. But I had to make my flowers kind of like from like my my way of actually fucking doing it. Like I have a literal way of doing different shit, and if I don't follow a structure, it feels like I'm fucking it up. And hopefully, you guys would actually at least see the part before I go to color of how I intend on fucking finishing this. Um, Another thing that I've been watching lately. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool. Another thing that I've been watching lately is do you guys like? I know some of you guys are probably old enough to remember, but malls, man, and I'm not just talking about before COVID, but malls have like been steadily declining and shit. And I know the whole thing about what malls originally were for, and how we have a lot of mega malls now, but like I'm like it's kind of depressing, like the situation of malls in the country today. Like I that's where I started my adult job careers at. Like I worked in retail. Um, I worked in my first adult job was this place with that had a kiosk of a watch store, and yeah, and it was originally in a place out here called Lincoln Mall. It was actually the first place. It was in a Citibank building out, like the bank vault building, in out here in Illinois. Um, Shit, I'm smearing the shit, and I did not mean to smear it. Um, well, originally I think malls did have an issue, but I think my thing is like I really would have loved to see malls actually be what they were originally meant to be. They were meant to be like little small cities. But it's people use them as a way of basically making money and getting tax write offs and shit, right? That shit. I just fucked that up because I'm smearing it. But but um, I think malls. I'm not gonna say that they are something that should die, but they should. I think a lot of malls should actually be repurposed for what they originally was designed for. The guy who actually designed it made it for where it's just like instead of having high rises, malls were supposed to be um what high rises are now. And instead of having to build like upwards, you can actually build outwards and have all of these like different stores, but also living arrangements. Like imagine if you were actually living in a mall. And I know they have fucking former malls that they've now turned into like, you know, apartments and shit. And that shit is cool to me. Like instead of like having where it's Um, instead of having it where it's these ugly ass skyscraper high rises, you can have a mall, and they have like not micro apartments, but like, well, which is essentially micro apartments. But you are actually forced to like, and I say forced, but it's inevitable for you to actually know your neighbors and shit like that. Instead of like where you in big apartment rises or big apartment complexes where it's oh, we're just an apartment complex and we don't really know each other and shit like that. I don't know. I've actually would like to see the mall return to what it was before, and even oh, here, do we have it? Well, I'm working on it. I'm sorry. Let's actually go to this and see if I can actually bring it up. Let's Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay, cool. Let's actually go over this. Hold on, guys. I want to actually make it where I can actually stream this a little bit better, a little better quality. No wonder why it's taking so much. All right, cool. This should actually be a little bit better. Let's go.
And so, built in 1828.
Like, look at this. Look at this fucking.
People
like,
talk about saving historic buildings, but often the only.
Imagine actually living in this shit, right? And I know you don't have a backyard and shit like that, but imagine if you were a college student. Imagine if you like only needed a small space, and like it just like you don't have to worry about like being like walking to your apartment under like yeah, this shit would be fucking awesome to have. This would be like, to me, it'd be great. Now, are you gonna raise a family full of people in this motherfuckers? But like, no. But like somebody like me who actually just like would have a studio and shit like that, I can do this. Obviously, when my daughter comes over to spend some time, like it'll be small then. But just like a single person or just like a small couple, yeah.
Way to save them is to make them economically viable. How can you make this building economically viable when you have 50% common area? And the answer to that is you've got to get the most per square foot rent that you can get from the space that you are able to rent. There's 48 residential units. 19 of them are 225 square feet. I thought that by dividing the spaces, developers think in per square foot costs, and people who live in space think in what's the monthly cost. So 225 square feet on a per square foot basis, it might be expensive. But this is a $750 apartment, it's cheap.
This is my humble abode. So you can see it's pretty small, but it's really all you need for one person. It's an efficiency kitchen, which doesn't have a stove. So I bought my own toaster oven, which works well. So there are just a few cabinets. You don't need too many dishes here.
So what are you eating then if you don't have a oven?
Lots of canned soups, lean cuisines.
So you don't mind not having a stove?
No, I don't mind not having a stove. I'm doing a fellowship in international emergency medicine. The thing for me, the issue for me was that I'm gonna be overseas in Rwanda, and being a physician in the emergency department, you're so crazy busy that you don't have a lot of time on your hands and you're never really home. So then you
like think about it like this, and I know it's small. I'm not by no means saying it's not small. That goes without saying. But just imagine like if you are like someone who probably wouldn't be a primary home. But say if you're somebody that works in the city and you want to spend like 3 nights in the city but you live in the suburbs, shit like this. Like this isn't exactly really bad. And this is what, 2015? $725 for rent? Fuck.
You have your bath, small as well. You just have a shower. You don't have a bathtub, of course. It's too small. And then you have your bedroom here. It's pretty much all you need. The bed came with the unit. It's definitely big enough. It's comfortable. I actually like the fact that it's tucked in against the wall. It's pretty cozy. So I have my clothes here.
Don't come knocking.
Jackets are pretty much here. And then I have my closet, which has been a struggle, but I figured out if you could get slim hangers, that works out really well. Lots of folding your clothes and folding your jackets up top. You can hang a lot of your things. The key is to keep it small. You can't have a massive wardrobe.
So what do you have? You have mostly work clothes?
Mostly work clothes. I wear a lot of scrubs. So that's that.
This is another unit that they were going over. I think this is one
This
of the
unit is about 400 square feet. You get a washer dryer in a unit like this that you don't get in the other ones. Just in a 225 square foot unit, you can't give up space like that.
Is there a legal limit for apartments in Rhode Island or Providence?
Yes. A lot of cities are addressing that issue, but Providence hasn't addressed its issue. And so apartments under a certain size are not allowed, right? And so what I did to get around that is to have this go in the rooming house code. And so rooming house code doesn't allow for cooking facilities inside of the unit. But a microwave, for some reason, is not considered, even a convection microwave is not considered a cooking device. Oh. And on the smaller unit, 225 square feet, you're not allowed to put a door between the sleeping area because you would create a sleeping space, which is under building code also.
Does it bother you if there's no walls in the bedroom?
No, not at all. I think I actually prefer the open concept because...
So yeah, like this is like some of this shit is just like, where did they go later on in the video? This is also somebody who had a something. Do I have it more in the video? Oh, here it goes.
Not on the second and third floor. That was always a challenge for it.
Like you have stores in the bottom
Micro
floor
retail
and shit
is
like
like
that?
a new sort of idea. The idea in micro retail is that the more narrow you make a shop, the farther people in theory will drive to go to it. So the idea here is to make this into destination retail.
like that destination
The way that we're doing that is we're having very unique stores. There's no chains, and they're all in the same genre, which in this instance is fashion design.
There right now, so it's a
tailor,
mess at this
like-
moment in time. But
like
Say it's 225, so 240 divided by 12, it's $20 a month. That's your
this shit, like, I don't know if they
know, there's a
actually
huge
bring
waiting list
back
for it.
malls
It's-
to do shit like that, where it's more along the lines of just, I don't know, just it's more along the lines of, you know, just having affordable housing. Like, I get that, like, yeah, that may seem a little bit much. $725 for something that small may seem a little bit much, but if it's well maintained, it's one of those things where it's just fucking, I don't know, it just seems to me that it just probably fucking feels, it would actually just feel like we're solving, like, especially a housing crisis issue. Because, you know, we're still in a fucking housing crisis issue. It never went away from 2008. But, you know, I just think that what's happened to malls are, because it was such a shift. A lot of things didn't catch up, and like retail is going away. Like traditional retail is going away. And it had its run. It did have its run, and I'm not saying that it's sad that a lot of people will actually be losing their jobs because traditional retail is going away. I fucking hate that, but like instead of just tearing down a fucking old ass mall, or turning it into a fucking Amazon distribution center, like so many of these places are trying to do to like win Amazon. Why don't we have it in a way where we can actually, um, I don't know, just put that space towards use, and if it's not a profit in it, fuck, I don't give a fuck if it's not a profit in it for land developers and shit like that. But if it actually helps people, then yeah, like what fucking harm could it do besides not being able to fill your fucking bottom line? Like, and I'm just being, I'm being, I guess I'm just being fucking difficult about it because, like, look, like, fuck, like, people need homes, man. And you see so many, like, cities are doing, like, this, disruptive ass architecture where they putting, like, spikes on bitches or, like, trying to prevent people from actually sleeping underneath bridges and shit. Like, people actively go out to be homeless when people actively go out to be homeless so they can fucking sleep on their bench. Like, no, dude, like the fucking, uh, I'm rambling. So I actually got my picture. So, um, I'm actually trying to balance out a lot of different shit with this. And this motherfucker is like really at a point right now where it's just like I am I am literally smearing this shit all fucking always to hell. Anyway, I think it's working out pretty well. Fuck. So, anybody else got plans for Valentine's Day today? I don't know if I mentioned it on stream, but a friend of mine is taking me for my birthday to a fucking Brazilian steakhouse. That should be fucking awesome. That's gonna be fucking awesome because I get to eat meat. Yes, I enjoy steak. I know I just lost a viewer for saying that. I'm sorry. I enjoy I enjoy certain foods. But but that doesn't dissuade the fact that as I've said many times that we need to actually look at the factory farming that we're doing, and not only is it hurting the environment, but it's causing suffering that it shouldn't be. Um anyway, so oh, I'm just trying to get some good foliage and shit and a way of this standing out. Hmm. How did I do it before? That's not what I'm gonna do right there. But I am gonna do that. There we go. All right, so now that we got that going, and shit, let's actually do my line work. I'm gonna do my line work, and then I'm gonna actually kind of erase everything that I don't feel that should actually be there. All right, which one is that? That's point 0.3. That's cool. All right, so 0.5. Need that one too. And let's do my still 0.5. So, do I have a 0.1 or did I use the shit? Oh, here it goes, 0.1. That one's not working. Yeah, this shit is not working. What I want to do is one, I need to get my passport. I know I need to actually get that. And not just on the whole I want to be international type thing, but like I really want to get my passport. One, it's practical as shit to have one. It's just a form of ID. Go back and correct that in a minute. But it's just practicals. You like being bougie sometimes. Hey! I don't knock people for when they like expensive shit. What I knock people is when they think that they deserve expensive shit above everybody else because they're fucking different. Like the shit that happened with Keemstar recently. And some of my audience, I know you don't know who Keemstar is, but that whole thing of just like I only made $500 from this video. I usually make 2 to 3,000, and I'm like, wait, like, dude, I get it, you a motherfucking multi-millionaire, but for you to actually just rub it in your face, like, oh yeah, I make $500 from this video, like, if that being a bad thing from you, you sound like a fucking idiot. But it's Keemstar, so of course he's gonna sound like an idiot. All right, so actually this turned out really well. And then I'm actually erasing. You guys will see the lines a little bit more clearly. And because I'm actually just doing this on, like, this is a rough draft. Like, no lie, this is actually just a rough draft that I'm just trying to get the final shapes for. And of course I got the final shapes for. I'm gonna actually redo it and retrace it. All right. And if you see my other like art that I've done, you'll recognize where I got this design from, this flower from. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about the shit. Like I reuse certain designs all the fucking time. Wait, which one is okay? This is a 3. All right. And some of the stuff I know it won't come through until it's fucking colored. But you kind of get a rough idea of how things would actually look. And of course, I'll finalize. Like, this is still the fucking rough draft. I'm still working on finalizing how I want it to look in the end. But it'll give me an idea of the things that I want. This is not working. Fuck. Cool. All right. Cool. Um. That's one thing that I need to fucking shape out well when I'm coloring it and make sure that I put the correct shading on it, because I need to shape out basically her ass well. Um, if I don't, it'll just look weird. Go down, goes down there, goes down there. All right, I think I got everything that I need to get. All right. That's gonna be that flower, that petal. I think I got all the lines that I need to get. All right, so. All right, let's make sure that I got all my lines that I need. All right, so let that dry a little bit. And while I let it dry a little bit, um, shit, man, like, so this is what I've been feeling like I wanted to do lately, but I just haven't. And like, I don't know why I haven't been able to really do it. It's just one of those things where it's just like I don't feel, not that I don't feel inspired, and maybe it's because I feel like my creativity is going other places, like my YouTube channel. Maybe that's what's going on, but like I haven't really taken the time and did like art stuff like I have. No, no, let me stop lying. I did actually have an art commission, which turned out well, and you guys probably would have seen my it's in the background of a few of my videos where I actually did a picture for my daughter for Christmas. It was 24 by 18. So if you're looking behind me, I created something about this big as a picture for my daughter. So all right, so usually don't commit to something like this on this paper. Like usually this is my final commitment paper, but let's actually just look at the lines and see how it erases out. All right, so this is how it actually erased out. All right. Shit. And there's still some things that I need to actually do on this side over here, which I need to do, need to balance it out and shit like that. But I actually just may create a negative space where it's just black over there. But yeah, I think it actually turned out well. Fucking think it actually turned out real fucking well. Fucking thirsty. In more ways than one. All right, so let me just actually, fucking hold it out. So obviously there are things that I'm gonna correct in the final draft, but if you actually look at it and shit like that, I feel it actually looks pretty well. And so we need to actually work on putting the fucking colors in there. So hold on. Fuck, where's it at? Hold on, guys. So, have fucking back. Now, I fucking hate fucking having race line. Hate it. Hate it. I have found different various techniques to get rid of the eraser line. I found different techniques to get rid of fucking heavy black line. Like if you go to like some of my newer work now, I I don't use a lot of heavy black line. It's just not my thing. I like the washed out watercolor paint type look, but I'm always trying to grow and evolve my style. What works, it doesn't work, because artists. And everybody who's an artist knows like they don't want to have a stagnant style. So let's actually work on. Oh, by the way, I actually use Hans, uh, Hanson, Hanson Bristol paper. Now the reason why I actually started off with a lot of mixed, but I use Bristol paper because it can basically soak up a lot. The market is permeated through the paper without it making without it being like soaked through. With a lot of the mixed media paper, it bleeds through like a mother. And so one of the things that you actually may find me do, fine liner, looking at it, is a sorry, the light so bright right here, but actually helps me. Oh, actually very helpful when it I said, I came up with this. Paint string. Okay, they made something else, but yeah, this is my paint. We're gonna get this coloring now. Almost set. Oh God, what should I be? Should it be? Help me out. If you are still watching the stream, what color should our hair be? I don't want to making it fucking orange. I don't want to make it black either. Like that'd be going. Fuck, right? Colors don't. I find it actually better to have better color than. Oh, actually, this is the picture how it the plan is gonna be how it's actually. Oh, now I'm gonna say this. It will not stay this fucking. Why it won't stay? Oh, these. I mean, by one, I blend like a mother. I definitely blend. So, what I want to start doing first is starting. One of the reasons I keep. I'm actually doing. over fucking open schedule. I can qualify this ASRM. So that the fucking colors are markers that I just top of it go wet. I, I like. I know. That's just the color of it right here. That's just the color that I just fucking did. Just fucking did. So shows if you actually see the gradation with it, it's two colors. I've probably like three colors with it. Okay. Let's actually work on something. All right, let's stop this for now. Let's actually work on this. And this is shit that I'm gonna actually try to copy while I work. So light source is big. Shadow's gonna fall. Shadows right. Shadows over. Shadow area. Shadows. Shadows. Shadows gonna probably right here. Shadows. 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 Shadows here. Shadow around. Dark. So it's shadows. Shadow on it. shadow. I get everywhere where I was gonna be shadow. So I just have to replicate this shadow colors. I am I am gotta be kidding. So that's ridiculous. That's my what did I use color from? I don't remember you. Okay. the way effectively of a white or yellow, but that's actually called. I'm not trying to finish over. I want to. It's been sitting on my table that I use. I want to say for the last days, and always as you have to do practice. But yeah, I think I wanted to all this other shit. I tell people actually know how much of it. I don't think I know I won't turn this. It wouldn't feel as it. But if this first, thank you. Drive and share the shit. But this is how I draw a color. What's tedious, man? What is tedious about coloring? It to me the color brings out a little bit of life to me, or where you said like this like brings out life to it. Hold on. Hold on. I think because I actually have a gate. I have a gate hopefully much of the mic. That better? Is it cutting in and out still? Actually, do. I think this is also fucking effect. That should actually help. Are you talking about? Yeah, that shit. I have a lot of these. Oh, those be fucking delicious. actually see, actually taking the color from and to me it's power in it. And I'm gonna move on to other shit today. Ah, shit. And I'll work on like guys over. And one of the things that I actually know I don't want to do is actually put in more of the I'm gonna put in the dark background. Actually back colors will actually pop out background. Ooh. And this is why I don't do it on stream much because basically is a lot of me back over. Like I don't have a equipment that a lot of people have on artistry. Like I usually, I think the way that I actually work, I having to do paper. I'm gonna say like media. Guys, let me know. All right. All right, guys. Ooh. There we go. I fucking worked on it. You can actually see the actual how it's actually gonna. Oh. All right, all right. I've dedicated my hour worth of practice. Let's change some shit up. God. Um. There we go. Oh shit. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So that was an interesting thing to do. So how many people want to hear me talking about some goddamn debate shit? Let's actually get to some debate shit. Like a video that I wanted to go over, but I didn't have the right format to go over. Um, let's actually go to it. And by the way, hold on, guys, 1 second. Since I'm not using the light anymore, let me turn this motherfucker off. Hold on. My vision can only take so much strain doing that eye strain shit. There we go. Now, let's actually listen to some fucking videos. And this isn't going to be the conventional thing. This is going to be me going over a video that I couldn't conventionally fit in the fucking time frame that I needed to. Was it in the where was it? Where was it? Was it in response videos? Okay, yes, here it was. Here it was. So, as most of you guys know, like, I just, I don't know how to break this one down. Like, I don't know if I can actually do it justice by doing it in a video segment. I don't know if I can actually do it just like justice at all. just doing like a clip of it. I know it's gonna be longer than my normal like 30 minutes to an hour review of videos, but I want to actually work on this and actually tell me what you guys thought about this shit. And for some reason, my video is just like, I don't know if I need to reset the stream to reset the fucking video, but there we go. I couldn't actually get it in a way that I wanted to actually be. But I figured I might as well just do it and actually pay attention to it. Because I saw this shit is like really, really fucking destructive. And I don't know, maybe I would actually put it in the clip, but just outside of my normal clips. But I need you guys to stick with me on this one, right? There are some people that are just fucking delusional or just fucking stupid. Now, I know I've made videos about Jimmy Dore, but I thought he was a little bit delusional, but now I think he's fucking just fucking stupid. So this put out by Rob Weber. This is after he had that fall. I was promoting. And I just need you guys to stick with me. We're going to go over this video and see exactly what's going on, okay?
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So everybody knows I did an interview with a self-described libertarian boogaloo boy, and I was unbelievably surprised at the stuff he was saying. Like, for instance, here it is. You're anti-war, you're for peace, you're against racism, you're against police brutality. What else? What would be some
Even
other
though
big
it's gonna be
things?
long, I don't have to listen to it.
Pro sex work, decriminalization, legalize all drugs, end all the wars, close the ICE detainment camps. Pretty much our core foundation is if you're not, you understand the problem, when you get out in the streets and you really make your voice heard, you're welcome. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you do. In that video, it doesn't show it, but I walked in, the woman standing next to me is a local BLM organizer for Lansing, Michigan, and I walked in with the local anti-fascist organization as well. So you're not about hating gays, and you don't hate the gays?
So he's just playing the review
Nope.
of the interview
Okay.
and shit like
Well, I
that.
was told that.
Matter of fact, I'm not the most straight man myself, so.
So that was, my jaw was on the floor when I heard that guy say that stuff, because I had the exact opposite opinion of those people. I thought they were all racists, and they were all anti-gay, anti-Black Lives Matter for sure, I thought. But turns out he was saying the opposite, and I was called a white supremacist for just interviewing that guy. I was boosting him just because I interviewed him, because that's what corporate Democrats like to do. And so I went to the.
It's ironic that
ADL.
he's actually playing the fucking victim, like, oh, they fucking ostracized me for platforming the Boogaloo Boys. But let's hear him explain the shit, because before he did the interview, he didn't know what the Boogaloo Boys were. But let's go.
Right? The what the fuck is ADL? American what does it stand for?
American Defense League? I don't know. Let me look.
Anti-Discrimination League. That's what that is, right?
Anti-Defamation League. Dag, you think you would do some research before you actually have it?
Anti-Defamation League.
Yeah, that's it. Anti-Defamation League. Okay. So Mike, make the necessary edits so I don't look like the idiot that I am. Thank you. So this is from the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, and what is the?
Did you just hear that catch? Like, oh, make the net that he is. So yeah, let's go. Dishonesty mixed with like idiocracy. So let's go.
Defamation League is the leading anti-hate organization founded in 1913 in response. So there you go. So it's the leading anti-hate organization. And this is what, from their literature, this is what they say about the Boogaloo Boys. The Boogaloo movement is an anti-government extremist movement that formed in 2019. In 2020, Boogalooers increasingly engaged in real-world activities as well as online activities, showing up at protests and rallies around gun rights, pandemic reactions, and police-related killings. The term Boogaloo is a slang reference to a future civil war, a concept Boogalooers anticipate and even embrace. The ideology of Boogaloo movement is still developing, but it's primarily anti-government, anti-authority, and anti-police in nature. Anti-police. Most boogalooers are not white supremacists, although one can find white supremacists within the movement. That's from the ADL. They say that. The boogalooers' anti-police beliefs prompted them to participate widely in the Black Lives Matter protests following the killings of George Floyd by Minneapolis police. So that shocked me again, right? So people came at me, no, this guy's lying to you. I was told that guy was lying to me.
Okay, so
And that
while we're doing it, Lou. I know I'm spelling it wrong. There we go. Now, Jimmy has a habit of actually cutting off shit when it doesn't actually fit his narrative. So I'm actually just pulling it up right now. The Boogaloo Boy movement is an anti-government and anti-extremely. No. The term Boogaloo is a slang reference to a future civil war. That should have set off alarm bells right there. Now, he stopped at anti-police beliefs prompted to participate in the Black Lives Matter protests following the killing of George Floyd by the Minneapolis police in May 2020. The Boogaloogers rely on memes and in-jokes as well as gear and apparel to create a sense of community and share their ideology. Boogaloops have been arrested for crimes up to and including murder and terrorist plots. Why didn't he bring that part out? Now, you actually see this other stuff, and it's going to be brought up where in the interview, because it's cost a lot of headways, where the guy who he's interviewing is actually going to be talking about the shit. But let's hear this shit out. Let's go.
that he's full of it and that I got duped. That's what I was told online. I was trended for 24 hours straight, but probably longer. And it was all bad faith attacks because I dared to talk to a guy who is a Boogaloo guy that the ADL says are not white supremacists. So I was told that guy was lying to me.
Did they
I was
just
told that
read
I was
that
a
there
dupe
are
and that
white
I was
supremacists
boosting.
in there?
That's what the smear was, that I was boosting white supremacists. The exact opposite of what was happening. And so now I'm going to talk. So by the way, they would say, oh, they're Trumpers. Those guys, why are you boosting Trumpers and racists? And the ADL says the recent history of the militia movement during the Trump administration has caused many Boogalooers to take a dim view of that movement. So they're not Trumpers. They're anti-establishment. And those right-wing militia, a lot of them were supporting Trump. So this is according to the ADL. That's not Jimmy Dore saying it. But again, people will twist this just like they did. And hopefully I'll trend again because of it. And then people will come watch the video and they'll see that all those bad faith attacks are bullshit. So I wanted to bring out an even more expert.
He didn't put this video on his channel.
More of an expert. Our guest is an artist and talented documentarian. His films include The War of North Dakota and Flowers for Peace. He spent 4 years making a documentary about the Proud Boys and Antifa called The Oppressed Majority. His latest movie is called 2020, The Dumpster Fire. He's actually on the ground with social movements. I welcome his insights. It's Rod Weber. Hi, Rod. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Jimmy?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, you personally yourself have interviewed lots of Boogaloos. Now, you saw the interview that I did. He said he was anti-police brutality, anti-war, anti-ICE, anti-corporate control of the state, and pro-LGBT, and pro-Black Lives Matters. How representative do you think that guy that I interviewed is representative of the Boogaloos?
Well, I should correct you on one thing there. I've interviewed.
Okay, so here's the thing. He's looking for that confirmation that, hey, what I did was fucking right. And you're going to hear Rod Weber's whole thesis of what he's actually done because he's actually interviewed the Boogaloo Boys. But let's go.
a lot of Proud Boys. The Boogaloo thing is a little bit newer, and while I have interviewed some of them, it depends on who you ask. There's definitely some left wingers among them, but if you look to say Unicorn Riots, leaked a chat from Discords, you can hear them in their own voice. Very many of them saying all kinds of racist things. So I have to say that there is some merit to what people are saying. I mean, first and foremost, I would even say you need to start talking more shit about Tucker Carlson and his rants about his white nationalism. You need to be talking shit about Tim Pool.
Rod,
Oh, shit. Look, 2 minutes into talking to this guy, he's actually talking shit about the fact that Jimmy doesn't do his research. Jimmy Dore was on Tucker Carlson a couple of weeks back, and he's a useful idiot because he's signal boosting all cancel culture and shit like that, but he's not addressing the racist shit that you actually see with Tucker Carlson or Tim Pool. Like, yeah. And he wonders why some of his audience got canceled on Twitter because of this shit. But let's go.
don't do that. We're not talking about fucking Tucker Carlson. We're not talking about shit I should be doing. We're talking about this fucking guy and the Boogaloo Boys. I'm not talking. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, okay, well then.
Can you talk about what we're talking about? I asked you about the Boogaloo Boys, and you start telling me what I should be doing with Tucker Carlson.
All right, well then let's go directly to his Twitter threads. And all the stuff. What about all this stuff from Magnus talking about his support of Kyle Rittenhouse?
Dude, I'm asking you about the Boogaloo Boys and what you know about them.
Okay, so
and if what the ADL is saying is correct, is what the ADL saying, is that correct?
What I know about this particular Boogaloo Boy, Magnus Panvidya, in his own words on Twitter, he's talking about his support of Kyle Rittenhouse, and it's a hill that he's willing to die on. When asked whether he's left or right, and whether BLM is more important than what happened with Rittenhouse, he says he'll die on that hill, the Rittenhouse hill, and he says I choose both / shrug. I mean there is some merit to what people are talking about.
Okay, so
now that's not my audio. That's his audio.
You're saying that guy in particular is a defender of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Correct.
Okay. All right. And so and Kyle Rittenhouse was the guy. Was it Wisconsin?
Yeah, the Kenosha, Wisconsin. Yeah, the Kenosha shooter.
Yeah. And who did he killed? Who did he kill?
Killed 2 people and he maimed one guy's arm.
Wow. Wow. It's almost as if Jimmy Dore didn't do his research. Sorry, guys. My internet connection is like sucking ass right about now. After this video, I'm going to actually just reset and everything, and I may stream later.